Hey everyone, the Collector 27 here. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Mafex Captain America stealth suit from Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Alright, so for accessories, he does come with quite a few. Let's take a look at the head sculpts first. So we have 3 head sculpts total. We have 2 masked or helmeted versions. And we also have a unmasked version. And I think the likeness to Chris Evans does look really good. The hair looks good. The eyes are nice. All the paintwork looks very, very clean. Here's the other helmeted version. This one, he's kind of gritting his teeth, so he looks a little bit more angry or like serious. And then it's nice that they also included a empty helmet right there. Let's see, put those back. He also comes with this piece right here, which is for attaching the shield to the back, which I will show off when we get into the details of the figure. He comes with some shield catching or throwing hands, depending on how you want to use them. He comes with these extra straps. One is for the larger part of the forearm, and this one is used for if you want to attach it to his back. Comes with 2 fists, which are already on the figure when you get it out of the package. That's why it doesn't have one of those clear little arms to hold the hands. He also comes with a pair of gripping hands. These are for holding the shield. A pair of more open, splayed out gripping hands. Comes with a pair of pointing fingers. A pair of these really open hands. I guess these are more like relaxed hands. And then he comes with 2 shields. One is the stealth shield with the blue and silver, and then his classic red, silver, and blue shield. They share the exact same sculpt, but both of them are very beautiful. I think this one looks great. This is really cool to see this on an import figure. I know Marvel Legends made one and Hot Toys, but it's really cool to see one on a 1/12 scale import figure. Now, let's take a look at the figure just a little bit closer just to admire those details. Now, I did place the regular head sculpt on there with the helmet. This is the one that comes on the figure when he is in the package, along with the fist. And yeah, I really, really like this figure. This is my first Mafex Captain America figure. I missed out on the endgame version, but I'm glad I was able to pick this one up. This one has little to no QC issues, which I know Mafex is very famous for. But I will say the main QC issues, which you might find on your figure as well, is that the forearms, the lower part of the arms, are actually put on backwards in the package. So the right one is on the left side and the left one's on the right side. But that's an easy fix with a little bit of heat. These are actually on a ball joint, which we will get into more when we get into the articulation. But the details of the figure look great. You have the little American flag there, which is painted very, very nice for being such a very small decal. You have his name right here, Rogers. The paint is really clean. You get the shield logo there. On the back, it looks good. I'm not noticing any paint rub or any paint missing on any of the parts. The only part that I have paint missing on is, let me grab one of these. I think it's this hand right here. Yeah. On this grip hand, just on that middle finger right there. Just a little brown speck there where I guess it didn't get painted. So that's a little bit of a bummer. It's kind of noticeable, but luckily it's on the inside where he will be holding the shield anyway, so you're not going to be looking at it all the time. But yeah, this figure is really good. So let's check out the articulation next. As for the articulation, I think it's really good. I know a lot of people are debating, saying that the endgame version was more articulated. I don't have that one to compare it to, so I can't tell you. I do know that they did upgrade the elbow joints, that these are on a bit of like a ball joint rather than the standard Mafex joint, more similar to the ones that they have in the knees. I also can't tell you if there's any reuse. I imagine that the hands, the heads, and maybe the legs are reuse, but I do know that the arms and chest are brand new for this figure. And yeah, I really like the articulation. So let's get into it. At the top of the head, you do get a standard ball joint or dumbbell joint, similar to what you get with a lot of import figures now. Same thing at the neck and the head. It can't really look up that much, but it's not horrible. I mean, you're not going to get him in Spider-Man poses, so he can look up a pretty good amount. He can look down a really good amount. You do get some nice side-to-side head tilt and pivot. Oops. And the same goes for all the head sculpts. The shoulders will move out that much, which is actually quite a lot for a Captain America figure. The elbows are on a ball joint because they did get rid of the bicep swivel, so the elbow is where the swivel is at. They do bend in a pretty good amount, a little bit more than 90 degrees. It's the same on both sides. One thing I would say is that because the elbows are on a ball joint, if you have the elbow joint down, it's not going to want to go out all the way, so you will have this angle. You do need to push it up and then in, so just be aware of that. Let's see, where were we? Yes, the wrists. The wrists are on a standard ball joint. Depending on how you face it, you can have it going in and out or up and down. And the hands attach via a friction system for the hand pegs. Now, as for the ab crunch, you do have to kind of wiggle it around a little bit, so that way you can get them going that much forward, and back is actually really good, even better, which is funny because I did take apart the figure, and it's just a straight dumbbell joint, so there's no curve to it. So it's not like I can do like on other Spider-Man figures and stuff, I usually flip around the dumbbell because it tends to be on a curve, but can't do that on here. But it doesn't, it's not bad going forward. I wish it was a little bit more, so maybe you could get him in a better like landing pose. But it's not bad. You do get drop down joints for the hips. There's a little bit of a thigh swivel in there as well. With the drop down joint and the leg going forward, you could get it going forward at that much, which is about a 90-degree angle. You get double jointed knees. You do get a boot swivel, which I don't know if that's supposed to be there. It feels really smooth, like it is supposed to be a joint. I don't know if that's an official joint or if it's just loose on my figure, because it's the same on both sides. Again, I don't have a lot of experience with Mafex Captain America figures, so I can't tell you if that is supposed to be there, but if it is, that is a nice little added point of articulation. The biggest hindrance is probably at the ankle, just because these plastic pieces are in the way. They're really soft, so you can still like move it around a little bit, but they will get in the way if you're trying to get them to do like the splits or something. But the ankle pivot is still there, and it's not terrible, so it's manageable, but those pieces will get in the way, so just be aware of that. There we go. For the accessories, there are just a couple of accessories I did want to show off. Here's the blue shield. I really like this one a lot because I think it's unique. We do get a lot of red shields nowadays, so it's kind of nice to have a blue shield. But yes, I wanted to show how this can attach to the back. It is a little bit frustrating. Yeah, okay. I already did this once off camera when I was just messing around with the figure, trying to get to know it a little bit more. This is probably my biggest gripe, just because it's kind of like, it could have been engineered a lot better. They could have just had a little clip here and then had it attached to there, and it should be able to attach like that flat. Like it should look like this, but it doesn't. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take apart this plastic piece right here. You're supposed to wedge this in between the straps on his back. See, what also doesn't help is the fact that the straps are the straps are stiff, and the clear plastic piece right here is a very stiff, very thin and stiff material, which makes it a little bit brittle, so I'm a little scared doing this. Then with the shield, and it works the same for both the blue and red and the all blue shield, you get the small strap piece. You match the shape, put it in there, You can do this whichever way you want. And then you're supposed to slide this in one end, slide this in the other. Let's see. Did I get the right way? Yeah. First of all, this piece does not want to stay in, like, at all. Yeah, that piece just does not want to stay in. Like, that's a little bit frustrating. Anyway, you're supposed to put this on there first. Put this on there. Slide this in here. See, this is why I have so much trouble doing it. For me, this is... There we go. Let's see, that's staying. And then you slide this on here. And that is how the shield is supposed to stay. And it's not bad, but see how much of a gap there is there? I'm pretty sure they did the exact same thing for the endgame version. If you have the endgame version, let me know down in the comments below if it is the same thing. If it is, this is very frustrating, and it looks really weird. From the front, it looks like the shield is way behind him, because in the movies, it's supposed to be like flat on his back. But that's not the case here, and it looks the same for both shields. So I mean, like, if you wanted to get him in a cool pose like this, that doesn't look bad, because you're hiding all that extra, like, kibble and stuff. You know, kibble is what you say when you have Transformers that have a ton of back parts. So that's why I call this, because this is kibble. Like, this is a ton of stuff. So from here, it looks good. From here, it looks good. But then you turn it, and you have all that stuff in the back. I just think it was... I'm surprised that Mafex even did this on any of their Captain Americas, because it seems so overly complicated. They literally could have just given us a little, like, if it was just a part like this, maybe, like a little hook that goes here and then, like, tabs in, like, that's a lot closer to the back. Or, like, if these straps just came off completely and then it was just a peg on there, like, that even looks better. Like, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be a lot flatter on the back. It's supposed to lay very slim on Captain America, and with these extra parts, it just makes the shield backpack part very clunky. I mean, I've tried going like this too. I guess you can do that, like, if you really wanted to. I kind of like just half that on there and then put that, but still very far away from his back. I think it would actually be really cool if one time a company other than Hot Toys were to give us a magnetic feature where it would, like, magnetically attach, because that's how it's supposed to look. That's how flat it's supposed to be on his back, but it is what it is. Now, the other accessory that I wanted to show off here that was different, because you guys know how all the hands work. It's pretty much the same thing. Import figures, Mafex figures especially, are literally, you just take it off. It's a friction peg, you put it on, that's about it. But these hands were slightly different. This is like a throwing or a shield catching hand. And I think these are actually really cool, because with the strap that is already on there, you want to use that one, you just slide it on. And with friction, it just stays, and it feels really good. It feels really good, really solid. It doesn't feel like it's going to slide off at all. No, it just did. But I was also shaking my figure like crazy. But if you're having to just stand there, it doesn't look bad at all. I will show it off in the photos at the end. Or you can just go check out my TikTok and Instagram, where I also post photos. But see, even looking like that, like he just caught the shield, it does the effect very well. So yeah, those are the accessories that I wanted to show off, because those are unique to this Captain America. All right, so for some size comparisons, here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame Captain America. He does have an upgrade shield, but for the size, the Mafex actually is a little bit taller than the Marvel Legends figure. So if you did want to put your Mafex Captain America in with your Marvel Legends display, you could definitely do that. Up next, we have him next to the SH Figure Arts Captain America. This is based off of his first Avengers movie look. And the Mafex is a little bit taller, but they do scale well. The Mafex is also a little bit bulkier, like he seems a little bit more buff. But yeah, I think these scale well. So if you have any other SH Figure Arts Avengers figures that you want to pose them with, it will definitely work. And last but not least, we have him next to the SH Figure Arts Avengers Endgame Final Battle Edition Captain America. And wow, that was a tongue twister. That was quite a long name. This was my favorite Captain America for a while, if not up until recently. I don't know if this is going to be my favorite now, though, because this one looks fantastic, too. This one I had to add upgrade kits and all that. That's why this shield is a real metal shield, and the hammer is from Thor's hammer. The head sculpt and the hands are from an upgrade kit from Manipul. Let me know if you guys want to see me do a review on this upgrade set. But in order for this figure to be my favorite, I had to upgrade it by spending more money to get an upgrade kit. But this one was just perfect right out of the box. I know they're from two different movies, two different times in his timeline of being Captain America, but I really do like this figure, and I honestly have a special connection to this movie and this suit. So maybe that's also making this one lean in my favor of being my favorite. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments which one do you think is better, the Endgame SH Figure Arts or the Mafex Winter Soldier version. Okay, I know I said the other one was going to be my last comparison, but I do have the Diamond Select, Marvel Select, Captain America, Winter Soldier Stealth Suit Edition. This is the Disney Store exclusive version. So this one I got way back in 2014 or 2015. And this is actually the figure that kind of got me back into collecting and collecting as a teenager. So yeah, I mean, this suit design, that movie has a very special place in my heart for many other personal reasons as well. So it's really cool for me to be able to see this suit design come back years later, in an import version by Mafex. So I'm just really happy with it. All right, so for final thoughts, I really do like this figure a lot. It does have some, setbacks, some things that I'm not a very big fan of, like the way the shield attaches to the back, or just the removable strap thing on the shields. Not a fan of that. The fact that the forearms were on the wrong sides, that's an easy fix, but that should have been fixed in the actual factory itself. But I really do like this figure. I've been having a lot of fun posing it, really enjoying how it looks, posing him with the Winter Soldier. I do know that's the Civil War version. Waiting on the Mafex one to come out, and then we'll have them battle it out against each other. But I really do like this figure a lot. The articulation is great. The amount of accessories are really cool. The fact that it comes with the blue and silver stealth shield, that definitely gives it a point or two. So yeah, I recommend it, and at a price point of about like $80 to $90, I would say that this is a 9 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because the gripes that I did had are very minor and or fixable, but they don't take away from the awesomeness of the figure. I do think that this figure is really fun to pose, and it definitely will look great on the shelf. Definitely a standout figure because this design for his suit is one that we only saw for a good amount of time throughout the movie, yes, but we haven't seen it again since, except for that real brief scene in the beginning of Avengers Endgame. So, and I think that this is one of his best suits. This was my favorite suit up until what was it, Age of Ultron. Yeah, Age of Ultron was a really good suit too, and I do have that SH Figure Arts figure as well. But anyway, I really like this figure. I highly recommend it. Pick it up. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the bell to have notifications on, and then also make sure you're subscribed to me here on YouTube. Go follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Both of those links are in my bio. or you could just search up the name that I have here, the Collector 27. I have the same name everywhere. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Peace.